Hey there, so in this video I'm going to quickly give my thoughts on the price of Bitcoin and talk about some price levels that I'm interested in. Please don't take this video as financial advice because that's not my intention. I'm just sharing my thoughts on the market and prices. Ultimately, whatever you decide for yourself based on this video is up to you. Now, before I talk about my thoughts, I'm trying to hit 25,000 subscribers by the end of the year. If you like the content and want to help support the channel, please do so by hitting that subscribe button. Having said that, let's get started. So we all know that Bitcoin took a dive in price recently. As some of you are new to the crypto space, this can seem daunting or scary, but this is actually not uncommon. So the price dive that I'm referring to is over here. So as we can see, just in a couple of days, it just went down about 26%. And I'm just kind of going to show you that this is not uncommon if we look at the past history of Bitcoin's price. So if we kind of just zoom in over here, in December of 2018 or November, and it went down about 50% all within 40 days. So that is to show you that this is really not that uncommon. And then if we look over here in March 2020, went down about 63% in about, same sort of time, about 40 days. So here went down quite significantly, same with here, and even all of 2017, this bull run over here, these drawdowns are not uncommon. So if you just take a look over here, from here to here, it's about 40%, and same with here, over there, about 43%, right? So again, just because you see this drawdown, don't get freaked out. It's not uncommon. The point of me saying this is just to kind of give you a heads up or to help you keep level-headed and so that you don't act irrationally and just do something that you may regret later on. All right. So, but having said that, let's just actually take a look at some of the prices that I am interested in. So I'm just going to go and zoom back in over here. If we take a look at what's been happening, we can see that right now Bitcoin is at around $49,000. And over here, I'm just going to show you there we go. And so these are pretty much the prices that I'm interested in. We have 44,000, 41,000, 36,000, 31,600, and 29,500. Now, I'm not saying that the price will go to these levels. I'm saying that if they go there, I'd be interested in buying at these prices. So why these prices in particular? Well, for myself, I'm a big believer in support and resistances, and these lines over here look like potential support areas. Now, if we look across, we can kind of see that this was a support. It bounced over here and then over here and over here, and we can see some potential resistance before, right? So supports and resistances, once it's above, it becomes a support. Once it's below, I guess in this case, it's a resistance, but more or less it's a support / resistance. So that is one reason why I'm looking at these particular prices. I'm also looking at other indicators as well. So if we look at the RSI, we can kind of see that it is in the 30s. Now, when it gets to in the 20s or when it goes down lower, it usually doesn't stay here for a long time. So if we look over here, right, if we go over here, the RSI is rarely under 30 for a long period of time. It's usually above it. So that's kind of what I'm looking at as well. So the RSI is giving kind of a signal, or I wouldn't say signal, but it's an indicator that it may reverse if it gets to a little bit of a lower level on the RSI. So if it gets oversold, it might bounce up and therefore the price will go back up. Another thing that I'm looking at is the MACD / histogram. So over here, we can see that the histogram is kind of leveling off. I'm not saying it will level off, but it could very well continue. But based on what we see over here, you can kind of maybe guess it'll go up like this and then reverse, right? So that's kind of what I'm looking at on the histogram. In addition, I'm looking at the MACD over here, and I'm looking for some line crosses. So if this goes back to the 0 line on the histogram and I see some MACD crosses, the line crosses, so example, this would be a line cross or that cross over there, then that would be a good indication of, yes, a potential reversal is going to happen. Now, in terms of the amounts that I'm going to put in, obviously these would be the indicators that I'm going to use to help me decide on how much I would like to put in percentage wise. So example, if this was oversold and this was starting to tick upwards and I saw some bullish divergence, then yeah, obviously I'm going to put more in at whichever price level it's at, right? So that's what I'm going to use the RSI and MACD to help me with the price and how much I should put in or allocate at these particular levels. Pretty much that's what I'm looking at right now. I'm looking at these particular prices. Again, I'm not saying I'm going to buy it at these particular prices, but I am interested in keeping an eye out on the charts and the indicators to see if it's worth putting more or maybe put less in if I don't like what I see. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them down below as I do check and respond. If you think that there's someone who will get some value out of this video, please share it with them. Other than that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.